Thank you very much, our viewers. In this section of Abia, where we talk the untalkable, where we say the unsayable, we have some, what do you call it, demonstrators who are here with me. They want to discuss with us and tell us why exactly they are here, and then so that the people can hear and the government also of Abia State can know exactly what the challenge is and the way forward. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
So who is the leader? Who's going to speak?
During the close of work on Friday.
Start from your name and tell us.
My name is Sam Carlo. I'm from Ohafia. Before the close of work on Friday last week, we got wind of a memo being circulated in all ministries and parastatals concerning civil servants who were employed between December 2022 and till date. And the memo, contained in the memo, was the fact that those persons had been disengaged, and the persons concerned should enforce the memo accordingly. So, out of curiosity, we started to join the dots together, because during the physical and the online verification of Abia State civil servants, we were not allowed to partake in the exercise, because it was assumed that we are so many names have been tagged on us. Those workers, those who join the civil service through employment racketeering. So we want to state that we are not employed illegally. We came in through the proper means of employment, having gotten a waiver from an executive governor, and also passing through the interview and all the processes of employment within the confines of Abia State civil service rules.
Okay, is there any other person who want to say something as regards add to what he's saying?
Okay, my name is Harrison Eze from Umaya. What my brother said is the actual fact, and also we are here to just plead with the executive, with the government, to look into different things that can put us back into the working force, because we are youths being employed. Some of us were employed January, February through the past government, but we know in the civil service that when you are duly employed, you should be allowed to continue your good work of serving your state, and which all of us are here. If you check the placard, it's written and it's stated actually what we are here for. We are just here to plead, not the protest. Thank you.
Okay, we have heard from the demonstrators, as they say they want to be called. They don't want to be called protesters. And what they are calling for is for the governor to reinstate them back to service as they were employed, just like what they said, via the right process. But I'll be asking some questions now, so that we can get all the perspectives very correct. Is there anybody here that was employed before January 2022?
No.
So everybody here was employed from December 2023.
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
Everybody was employed from December 2022.
Yes.
That was before the last election.
Yes.
And then I hope people are aware of why the government are insisting that they want to lay people off. Are you people aware of that?
No. They've not given us any reason for that.
Okay. The government are of the opinion that the last government hurriedly employed people before the election, and which means that if a government is about to leave office, that they should not attempt to employ more people and keep burden for the other government. Do you see any sense in that?
Actually, considering to the fact that the past government employed some persons, assuming that past government is still in the system, they will also show that the responsibility of those whom they have brought into government. They would have also showed that the responsibility of those whom they are employing. Nobody knew who would have taken the reins of government during the election. Nobody knew. No, it was not a sure thing that maybe I will be winning or you will be winning. It was not a sure thing for any party or any political party to take the reins of power. So if they had also retained back power, they would have also found a means, because I believe that the state government, knowing, or the past administration knowing that there is high rate of unemployment in the state, also considered that there are also persons who are leaving service, who will be retiring from service, and as a matter of fact, they are also employing persons to be able to balance those who are exiting service and those who are joining service.
Okay, but considering that the last government, one way or the other, also left backlogs of unpaid salary and left for this present government, do you think it would be fair for you to employ people that you are struggling to even pay the former people that are working for you?
The reason why this present government came into power was that I believe myself and these other persons that are here voted them in to clear up the mess that happened during the past government. I believe that is the main reason why they were brought into power. This present government came into power on the goodwill of the people, of which myself and these other persons that are here are inclusive. So we should not be punished because we are not politicians. These persons that are here, we are not politicians. So we should not be punished for the misdoings of other persons.
Shouldn't be at the branch of the whole thing.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
That the former government failed should not be invested on us. The kind of reason being that they failed. So many of us may not really know. We came out of school, we want to work, and we are happy that we are employed. So it's so much painful and saddening that we are suddenly asked to stop. Huge responsibilities on us.
So what are you telling the state government now? Every one of you have to say something. Tell us where you are from and what you want the state government to do on this present issue now.
Personally,
my name is Choma Ofevo from Umuahia, Ibeku. I am pleading to the governor of Abia State to reinstate us. We are from, a lot of us here has families. Some of us left our previous work to come down to Abia State. Some of us, we don't really have anybody in Abia State, but because of we were employed into Abia State civil service, we were able to pay our house rent. And as it stands now, we don't even know where to go to. So we are pleading to the governor to please reinstate us as a civil servant in Abia State. Thank you.
Okay, also, I'll say again, my name is Izzy Harrison from Umuahia, Abia State, Gospel State. To what she said, it's good the governor look inwards, because a good government starts with the youth. And as many of us are, if you could look at it, we are youth and we are the light of the state. So if we need to look in and see whether there are other areas we can fit in, so that we will not be let down like that, because we have engagements, we have things that money needs to be sorted for. So please, we do respect the governor and the government of Abia State. Look into it. Thank you.
My name is Chema Chioma. We are vibrant young men and women of Abia. We are ready to serve. We gain this employment duly. We do not come through the back door. We are not politicians. We are begging our dear governor to please reinstate us and give us the right to us. Thank you.
my name is Sam Carlo from Mohafia. As earlier said, it will be my desire that the governor will reconsider his stance on the earlier issued memo and reinstate us back into the workforce of Abia State, knowing that we represent young, vibrant, and energetic youth who are ready to tap into the visionary leadership of His Excellency Dr. Alex Choma. We are ready to engage ourselves in his plans to drive the workforce of Abia State through technology and through digital skills. So we are ready to work with him and also plead with him to reinstate us back into service, rather than laying us off into the labor market that is already oversaturated now.
Okay. I am Mrs. Noble Light from Obiungwa local government, where I am standing on behalf of my colleagues asking for mercy from the governor he has the authority as it is laid on his shoulders to show us mercy. Though there may be backlog of debts, though there may be issues with the past government, we believe that in his powers, which we believe so much in him, that he can still reinstate us back to service. He can give us that leverage. The economy is biting. So many of us are having children. Some of them are looking on to us. What's happening? We need to go back to school. And look at the news coming on Friday. So saddening, so disheartening. We are pleading that he show us mercy and bring us back to service. We are ready to work. And we've been coming. So we'll be happy with him. Happier if he considers our request. Thank you very much.
Nobody wants to say anything again? You want to say something? Okay.
Okay. My name is Mrs. Chike Adana. I'm from Ikwan of the side. We are begging the government to reinstate us. All of us has our certificate, and our certificate is in that we are ready to serve the government. Please kindly reinstate us. We have responsibilities. Thank you.
Now, just like I said earlier on, the government's position is this. One, that most of you were employed through employment racketeering. I hope you have heard that. That most of you employment, some of them were even backdated. Did you hear that too? Yes. That most of you paid to get employment. You didn't hear that? No. Hello. That is in public domain. But you have a different position. But it's important that you understand what the government themselves are saying, so that you will also know what to respond to at any point in time it is talked about. Are we communicating?
Yes.
The government also said that the past government employed people for political gains.
Yes,
are you aware of that?
Yes.
Aha. Why I'm saying this is because the government will hear that I said it, that's what they are saying. You people too have said what you want government to say. Oh, yeah, no. So now, have people been receiving salary? No, we have receiving salaries.
No, we've not been receiving.
Okay, the government said they are paying from, is it from December? From December payroll.
We are not paid.
And most of you were not in December payroll,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
but is anybody that paid to get a job here? Just go your job.
I personally will not pay.
But did you hear that some people pay?
Yes.
Beautiful.
We have not seen people.
You heard, but you were not involved. So how many people were disengaged? Can you guess the number?
Sir, let me do this.
Very beautiful. True.
Is it possible that a bad name can be given to a dog in order to kill the dog?
A bad name can be given to a dog. I'm the one to ask question. You should.
I know. No, it's a rhetorical question. Why I said that is because they might have said that in order to give us the punishment they are giving.
No. See, before the election, it was everywhere in the news. Then the government on ground was in the opposition. You remember very well.
Yes.
They were shouting that people were being employed from the back door. They were shouting that that is not proper. That is not proper that at the twilight of a government, they are bringing in more people. Are we communicating? So it's not as if...
It would also be possible that
Correct.
that news that was being fed out in the public could also be propaganda in order to also gain relevance in the public.
But wait,
also be
you see, I'm a journalist,
yes,
and I work with facts.
Yes,
you get me. This government in power then they were in opposition.
Yes,
they were shouting that people were being recruited from the back door, and they named when people started being recruited from December, and exactly that is what is happening.
Okay.
Didn't we have people recruited from December? So that we will understand that you are pleading for the governor to have mercy and focus on restating you people, and not to claim rights that you are on the right path. These are two things I want to understand.
Yes, to clear some facts.
Beautiful.
Some of us got the invitation for interview back September, October, November.
Okay.
When we came for our interviews, the chairperson of Civil Service Commission refused to interview any one of us without our original certificates.
Okay.
And in order to obtain our original certificates, our interviews were delayed.
Okay.
I want the public to know
To know this fact.
For instance, every one of us who are graduates will know the processes of obtaining original certificates. Some it took them 2 months, some 3 months, and that was why some of us now got our employment at the twilight of the past government. So
Okay.
as for our interviews, we were interviewed, and the Civil Service Commission made sure that we presented our original certificates before we were interviewed, and that's part of the reason why our employment
fell into that period.
Yes.
Some of you.
Yes.
Because you're not speaking for everybody.
Yes, I say so.
Now, how many people are we looking at who are in this category, in this bracket? No, I mean, how many number of people were relieved?
We may not know the
But
exact number.
is it up to 500? As the people that were sacked now?
We may not know. We may not know.
Okay, we have been interacting with Abians who were employed by the past administration, just like they just told us now. They were duly employed, and they say they went through all the processes. But the present government, led by Governor Alex Oti, have recently issued a memo through the head of service saying that their employment has been disengaged. That's the people we've been interacting with, and they have spoken to us as regards their challenges and the reason why they desire that the governor should have mercy upon them and look at their predicament and look on how to reinstate them. Most of them say they are not politicians, so they may not be involved in the politicking as regards whether the past administration was doing it rightly or wrongly. There are people that need jobs, and they applied for jobs, and they said they got the job through the proper way. On a final take, who's going to speak finally?
We want to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Chioma Oti, for the visionary leadership which he has and the innovation which he has brought into Abia State civil service in order to put it on the pedestal that will be the toast of all generations. We want to applaud him for all the things, all the giant strides which he has been taking. We also want to congratulate him in advance for a peaceful Abia since the 100 days that he has been in office. We also want to plead with him once more to reconsider us and put us back into the workforce, knowing that the Dr. Alex Oti I know is a man who will want to take every Abia along in whatever he's doing. We are aware that he will also throw open employment in due course, but let us not be pushed into the labor market now and wait for when employment will be also met by him. So we also want him to reconsider his stance and absorb us back into the workforce of Abia State Civil Service. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've heard from them. Our people, you can watch and share the content and then also make your contributions. And we pray the government hear this and take action on it. Thank you and God bless.